Hey everybody, we're live. I just have to set up my camera because with my new filming thing, it's hard to press the go live button. All right, so we're a little crooked, or are we? I don't know. So if you're watching the replay, welcome to 2025 and the New Year's Eve Streamathon hosted by our awesome Royal Reynolds drawing. His link is below, along with the schedule of the stream that's been happening, and this is the end of the stream. If you're watching the replay, I'm gonna welcome in some people that are in chat already. So here we go. Happy New Year, Vale, Dar, Marguerite from Canada, BC. There'll just be one ad at the beginning. You can skip that. There should not be any more. When you're watching the replay, there might be a few more. All right, and welcome Stacy May. Hey Raul. Hey Becky and Leah. Welcome Shannon, Diane Bell. Shannon is Art Junkie. Welcome, I said Stacy May. Hi Sharon, Sharon Reinheimer. I'm not good with names. Hi Brenda, 3G. Hello, Heather. Hi, Star. Hi, Kristen. Hi, Anne. Is the sound okay? I didn't clip my headphone in. Hi, Lena. Hey, Pamela. The picture looks a little better than last week. Hi, Lindy Kay. Hello, E. Danielson. Hey, Dee Dee. Thank you. And a few announcements. I'm going to do a couple of these announcements more than once. But the first announcement I wanted to say is that I want to thank Raul for hosting the Streamathon again this year. And he wants you guys to know that he won't have a video after this on the schedule. I think he was supposed to go after me. But he's going to do a thank you video on January 6th as a premiere. So you can watch his premiere video. Premiere means that you can chat with him while the video is going on. It'll be about a 15-minute long video because he wants to do something special and he doesn't want to be hurried. So he's going to do an extra special end of Streamathon video on January 6th. So set your notifications for that. So I'll repeat that again, hopefully in the middle if I remember, and definitely at the end. Hi, Brenda A. Oh, my chat stopped. Hi, Shelly. Hi, Tammy. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to 2025. Hi, Chris Clue. So one of the things, I'm going to be doing some jelly printing today. We're going to be doing some image transfers and using some of my new Christmas supplies on the Gelplate. We're going to be also doing a little small giveaway. Another announcement I want to make is that my Happy Mail, like my giveaways from November, I'm going to try to mail them out tomorrow if the post office will take them. And a few Christmas cards. I have about like 30 envelopes going out tomorrow. So I'm looking forward to getting those out of my house and on to you guys. The other announcement is if you missed Janet's stream about the scavenger hunt for 2025, check her out. The schedule for the Streamathon's below, and she every year she hosts a fun scavenger hunt. There's no rules. She just has lots of fun prompts. If you do, I think it's like 90 prompts before April, I think it's 7th. It used to be April 1st, but I think she changed it to April 7th this year. Then you could be entered in a prize, but you don't have to finish it by then. As long as you don't, if you don't want to be entered for the prize, that's fine. You can work on it all year because there's lots of inspiration in there. Hello, Zen Jen. And Dee Dee's going to be showing her Society of Idea Collector binder organization on Monday, and that's it's always fun to watch Dee Dee. She wasn't in the Streamathon this year, but I highly recommend checking out her video from this morning. She did some amazing letters, one to thank Raul, an R, and then an M for Janet Merle. Oh, thank you, Raul. Thank you so much. Happy, I don't know how to show that as a banner. I don't know if I can do that. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know because I can't really get to my phone. But Rule's saying Happy New Year to me and my family and Lucy, and Happy New Year to everyone. Thanks so much for all being part of the Streamathon. Thank you very much, Rule. That's very, very kind of you. So Dee Dee made these letters using like collage and painting, her mixed media style collage, and they're amazing, as usual. What else? I wrote down a few notes. Yeah, so I was a little busy with my family, so I didn't get to go to all the live streams, but I do plan to watch a lot of them in replay. If the link doesn't work, just go to their channel and then look for the video, of the replay videos. So that some of the links might not take you exactly there because I know some people had some technical difficulties. So if the link doesn't work, just go to their channel and look for their Streamathon for New Year's. Those are my words of advice. All right, so happy 2025. Woohoo! I can't believe it's 2025. That's just crazy. So I'm just going to show, someone asked me, I think it was Dee Dee, asked me to show what I got for Christmas, and I got all art supplies. I told my husband, he asked what I wanted, from Amazon art supplies. And I had said, like, don't go to my wish list. Because I put things on my wish list and I just leave them there. And I kind of let them sit and percolate. So I said, I'll put some of the links to some of the things that I really want into a notes. And then you can shop from there. So you can pick out a couple things. So I'll be surprised as to what you get. And then there was all these packages that came. And I think he got me pretty much almost everything on my list. So the first one is this cute watercolor journal from, I can't remember. I'll link it below because I do have the Amazon Canada links, but it's got like 300, is it GSM paper? It's watercolor paper. So, and there's like a little rabbit here and there. So that was super cute. It's got a little pencil thing. So I'll go ahead and link these after the stream. I'll link them all. And then this is an etcher sketchbook. Doesn't say, I think I put the information here. So it's an Etcher Lab sketchbook, but it's a watercolor paper as well, but it's hot press, so it's smooth. I want to use this one for practicing gouache. So that's one of my challenges to myself for the next year. Oh, Shannon has one of these. This one, Etcher, or the other one, Shannon? Let me know which one you have. I didn't check the back to see if maybe it's written there. No, I didn't put anything in there. Hi, Joanne. Hi, Belinda. Happy New Year, everybody. So I'm going to try to zip through these supplies so that we can get to our project. And then I got this Kuretake mica gold ink that Janet and Dee Dee pushed on everybody. I mean, enabled everybody. It's an awesome ink. It's got a ball in it. You have to shake it. The little one. Okay, Shannon has one of the little ones. The little sketchbook. This one here, and it comes in lots of different covers too. And it's like a fabric color cover, so it's nice. All right, and then I got enabled by Dee Dee Willingham. I got the Grabby set of, what is it? Set of 36 dual tone marker brush tip. And we're going to use these on the gel plate today, combined with image transfers. Yes, Linda, I feel lucky. Yes. Joanne said she got those little books on Temu. Hi, Renee Suzanne. Renee was just on before me, and she was on yesterday as well. So, a lot of people that are here were in the Streamathon, so be sure to check them out. So I swatched them out on the white and the black, and they're nice and juicy, and they're very comparable, I think, to these the Sharpie brush tips. So I kept those out in case we want to use both of these. But you get lots of color selection in a compact bag or bag. Yeah, I'll probably keep them in this case because I like having them organized. So, and having the swatches with them. So we're going to use that today. I got this Doodled wax medium. I think Mary Atelier uses this to seal her watercolors. So I thought that would be fun. We're not going to use that today though. The other thing I got, again enabled by Dee Dee and also Colleen and Kathy Berg, this John Darien sticker book. This has been in my wish list for a couple years, and it's got these really big stickers. I haven't taken anything out yet, so it's got like big stickers. It's just beautiful. It's got these big stickers, and then it's got little stickers, and then it's got full pages. Now, Dee Dee, are the full pages the paper or are they stickers? I haven't figured that out. Yes, the grabby markers are acrylic. Zen Jen's telling people to not be enabled. And then I got this one. Oh, I guess I should kind of scroll through it a little bit. Did Dee Dee answer my question about the full pages? Are they stickers or do you have to cut them out? So it's got lots of interesting large size stickers. So I thought that was a good addition to my sticker book collection. Hi Sharon. Hi Rebecca. That's Legia. I hope I haven't missed anybody. If I missed you, oh hi Heather Higby. If I missed you, it's not on purpose. Chat's fine. And I thought I was in live chat. I'm on top chat again. I don't know why. I can't change it. And then Janet M. Young enabled this gift from Santa, the abstract watercolor. It's beautiful, and it's funny because my husband actually on the gift tag he did lots of different gift tags, and this one was he made it from my mom, and it was so cute. On Christmas Eve we had her over, and he like gave it to her. He said, "This is from you to your daughter." So she comes out, she shuffles out, she says, I got you this. She gives me the package. She has no idea what's in it. It was really cute. She was not unhappy to take credit. It was very cute. Very cute. Okay. And then another Dee Dee enablement is this Collage Soup Woodland Wonders. And it has it's a book for collage, Collage Soup, and it's got lots of fun imagery in there to use. And we might use, I took out one page, we might use this, we might try to do a transfer of this one, perhaps. Yeah, Shelly, and then one of them was from Lucy. It said, thanks for taking me for walks. Hi, Carol. Happy New Year. And then this is enabled by Janet Young. And this is the Kuretake Graphite graphite colors. And I did a swatch. I put this on my Instagram page. So that's my swatch of those. And they do have a lovely granulation. I want to see how they work with my Art Nouveau set. I think that would be really fun, lovely. So I think we might try these on the gel plate today using that technique I showed at my last stream. And then my last gift was my last remaining color that I wanted for my Daniel Smith palette that I've been curating over the last, I don't know, since 2018. It's this turquoise color here, the phthalo turquoise. So that rounds out my set of my Daniel Smith watercolors. I like them because I like the Daniel Smith watercolors because they granulate so well. Oh no, Brenda, look away. Star received some metallic watercolors, watercolor paper, and some Sharpie acrylic markers. Oh, you're gonna love the Sharpie acrylic markers. I'm hoping with the popularity they have that Sharpie will make some additional colors. All right, so Dar's putting in links for all these things. I'm going to put links in the description. That might take me a couple days to do. Hi, Jackie. All right, so I did we're going to do some image transfers and we're going to colorize them in some different ways. You guys know I like to colorize them with my Pan Pastels. Today we're going to try with the watercolors and the grabby Sharpie markers. So I did a couple warm-up prints just to sort of test some of the magazines. So this one was a test of I think In Fashion magazine. I just kind of did that quick before the stream started because you want to warm up your plates before you try image transfers. And then this was from a Martha Stewart bridal magazine. So I just kind of did a quick little test-a-rooney. Sorry, I'm not really on camera there. I should do that. So those are just kind of just some throwaway warm-up prints. I need a drink of water. At Kathy Berg and Colleen's stream on Tuesday or yesterday morning, they were talking about your word of the year, and I hadn't picked one, but during that stream I decided that I'm going to pick 2 words of the year. I'm going to pick fun and fearless. Hi, Colleen. Speak of the enabling devil, here she is. Hey, Colleen, I just showed my Christmas gift haul. Okay, so let's do this. So let's do the acrylic marker version first. So we're going to do, I pulled out some magazines and we're going to doodle bomb on them. If you don't know what doodle bombing is, it's where you doodle on a magazine. But I'm going to do the image transfer and then we're going to doodle on the plate and then we're going to pick it up. Did I say hi, Sherry? Hi, Christine, Cat and Paste. Hey, Peggy, did I say hi to you? Hi, Laura, Half-Ass Crafter. I love your name. I love your channel name. I think we'll doodle bomb on this one. I wanted something with enough light space that we could doodle with the acrylic marker. So we'll give that a try. And then we'll do another image transfer and we'll use some watercolors. Happy New Year to you too, Laura and everybody. Now I know my new light does this ring on here, but I think it does overall give good illumination. So just ignore that little bit of glare. All right, so should we just do, let's just use black because then I think we'll have more color selection to go with black. For magazines, my favorite paint for image transfers is the Liquitex Basics. If I end up doing this one from the Collage Soup book, I will probably use a golden fluid, like one of these, because it seems to work better for that book. All right, I've just got a couple spots here. So we had a pretty low-key New Year's. Our boys both went out, not together, but they went out. We just stayed home and we had a hot tub and we watched TV. We watched a sad movie. I tried to pop in on streams when I could without ignoring my husband too much. And you know what? I didn't even have a cheer. I didn't drink at all. I usually have like, you know, a glass or 2 or maybe more in my younger days. But this year, I didn't even have like a sip of alcohol. I don't know. We just didn't partake. We went to bed early and it was fun. The movie we watched was sad, but it was very good. It was called Ghostlight. I think it's set in Chicago and it's a sad story, but very well acted and very well done. Oh, Charmaine, that is so sweet. Thank you so much. You guys are just so encouraging. I enjoy spending time with you guys. And that's kind of why I chose my words of the year. I didn't want to put pressure on myself. Okay, so you want it pretty thin, like almost see-through. And then you put your paper on and you rub, but not too long. I don't always do image transfers, but this is kind of like a favorite thing that people like to watch. So I thought, I will do it for New Year's. And then you lift it up. If there's some bubbles, you can try to push it down a bit. But you don't want to push it too much because then it lifts off too much paint. If you get some spots that are not the best. You can use a Q-tip or a baby wipe to do some dermatological treatment. Just take off some of the little pock marks. I'm just gonna fix her nose a little bit. Not every image transfer is gonna be perfect. Something happened here, that's weird. I'm gonna get rid of those bubbles. I think that's her hair there, but I'm just gonna take it off. We're gonna give ourselves more doodle bombing space. So I probably didn't push the bubbles out enough. But the thing is, that's her hand. The thing is that it's not supposed to be perfect, because if you wanted it perfect, you could just doodle right on the picture, or you could, you know, take a photocopy of it. Now, speaking of copy, when you do work from magazines like this, it is not copyright free. So I don't think you would want to sell anything like this. This is just for my personal journal. I like using a dark color like black, purple, like a dark purple, dark green. I just find it's easier on my eyes to visualize the image. I have done some streams using like white, but the white has to be really opaque to get the contrast when you pull it with the dark color. So it's a bit trickier. It's more like an X-ray view if you use a light color. It can be done. It's not the paint that's the problem. It's like when you pull it, is your eye going to see the image? More Baileys is going to expire. That's right. Well, that's because, you know, the Baileys was already expired, so I didn't buy more. What else was I going to say? The dark color, the light color. I think that's all I wanted to say on that. I don't know. Some people can actually go ahead and take an image right away if it's still wet. So with jelly printing, if anybody here is new to jelly printing, the Gelplate is a squishy surface. So it holds on to the plate, holds on to the paint, but then it releases it, but it has to be wet to release. So when you're doing an image transfer, it's basically not a transfer. You're not transferring the ink on there, it's a resist. So the paint stays on there, the paper picks up the paint, and then where there's dark paint, lots of toner, the paint stays behind. But not all magazines work. So yeah, I think I do have a video that I spent a lot of time on a couple years ago. Let's see. Brenda only drank iced coffee yesterday and woke up feeling wonderful. Yeah, I woke up feeling wonderful, a little tired because I had kids phoning me at like 1 in the morning. Can you come get me? But we want them to be safe. So, all right. So, hi, Janet. We talked about your scavenger hunt. Feel free to put your link to your Google Doc scavenger hunt list and or the stream you did last night. That would be awesome if you could put that in chat. Okay, so we're going to doodle bomb with some of these grabby acrylic markers. So I'm going to move that here. Thank you, Janet, for putting that in there. We're going to get it. And again, thank you so much, Charmaine. I'm going to write down your name. Need a piece of paper. Need a piece of paper. I have so much paper, but you gotta use the right piece, right? Okay, so let's start doodling on her. So I'm not going to decide right away what color we're going to pick her up with, what color paint, but let's at least get her eyes blocked in with this white. I think this is white. Now they don't have the color name on here. They do have the color name on the swatch chart. So this is white is 643. Oh yeah, and the cap has the number on it here, not on the actual base. So put your caps back on if you want to keep track of what your colors are. So I'm just going to go ahead, I'm just going to block in her eyes. Now we do want this to dry before we do the pickup. So we're going to do our doodling, then we'll do another transfer, and then we'll do watercolor on that one using that matte medium technique. Now I feel like her face looks weird there. So I think I'm going to just put some dots of black. Or this says lime. It's like a, I don't know why it says lime. I think it's charcoal lime. I'm just going to put a few little dots here to just sort of like have her face not so weird looking. Just kind of like give essence of face there. Let that dry. And I'm going to just bring this in just a little bit, I think. Is that better? All right, so let's do some doodling. Let's do some purple. 620 purple. 627. Close enough. Oh, bye, Dee Dee. Good luck with the fence. Yes, and check out Dee Dee's doing a Society of Idea Collectors notebook organization stream on Monday. She's going to explain how she organizes all of her ideas. Now you might ask, why do this on the gel plate? Why not just do it on the magazine? And you can certainly do that. That's her bow there, right? But when you do it as a gel print, you get a more distressed image, right? Let's use some yellow on her jewelry. Boop, boop. And maybe this is a cool silver. I like this silver. Is it this one? Silver is 601. It's hard to tell from the cap. Oh, I think that's this one. So let's do, we'll do just some circles. Let's do, now remember with the gel plate, whatever you put down first is going to be what you see when you pull it up. Because basically, when you pull it up, whatever's down first is going to be more forward. Can you see that? Like the necklace there? Now her lips, it's hard to see the whole area, but let's do neon pink. Why not? Sorry for that glare. 612. Now I'm gonna just bring it towards me a bit so that I can kind of see where I'm kind of guessing. Now you do want the paint underneath to be dry so that you're not removing it with the marker. Giving her some big lips. And it's a little bit bubbly. Yes, Barb. Me at the Matte Cosmetic counter. All right, let's give her some pink cheeks. That was supposed to be neon pink. It doesn't look very neon pink, but that's what it was. Let's do this rouge for her rouge. Let's do just like a very graphic circle. And this might turn out totally ugly.
One of the reasons I usually use Pan Pastels on the gel plate is that I do like how they're a dry medium. And I don't know what color we're pulling this with, so we should probably fill in her teeth. Yes, Diane. Diane says she enjoys the challenge of using a resist print and working backwards. Diane Bell does a lot of image transfers. These are going to be some chiclety teeth. Pretty scary. And we got to put some rouge over on this side too. Bloop. Now, if you have your gel plate on a clear acrylic, you can turn it over and see how it's looking. Her lips look a little funny there. I think I need to try to join them up a little bit more. Let's just do that. I did do, instead of using an image transfer, you can also trace an image. I did this with a coloring book page that Dee Dee sent me once. If we have time while things are drying, I might go grab it out. And we're just doing some doodle bomb. I don't know if everybody calls it doodle bomb. I know that PM Artist Studio, I think they call it doodle bombing when you add a bunch of doodling on top of an image. Usually a picture, like a portrait. Hi, Kathy Berg. Now her hands are going to be, I'm just not going to fool with the hands too much because hands are tricky. But she does have a couple rings here. And let's just do, this is that silver. Let's put some, I want to use lots of colors. Let's use some turquoise. So we're using this turquoise. We're just going to do just some random patterning. Okay. What else? Should do this green color, Fern 678. If you want to get my specific attention, please feel free to write in uppercase in caps, or if you see the little happy face beside the chat bar, there's like a little happy face. You can go in there and you can actually, there's a whole other set of emojis that you can use to get my attention. All right. Let's do some polka dots here. Oh, that's it's an interesting color. I thought it would be a little bit darker, but whatever, we're just gonna go with it. So I'm on for 2 hours, and if you missed the beginning of my stream, I mentioned that Roel was initially going to do a stream or a video after mine, but he's decided to instead to do a premiere on January 6th, I believe it is. And he's going to do, I think he's going to do some of his cool graffiti lettering. And he wants to do a proper, he calls it a proper. I think we'd be happy with anything Roel did, but he wants to do a thank you. So this green is drying a little bit darker. I think in general, watercolors tend to dry lighter and acrylic tends to dry darker. And gouache, it kind of depends on the color. All right. Now the only thing with the brush tip is it's hard to get like you know, you could dot circles. What if we turn these into like little flower things? I've done this on my iPad too, importing an image from Unsplash into my Procreate, and then just using the various brushes to doodle. I think I've posted some of those on my Instagram, my Devon Rex Digital Instagram, which I haven't posted on there in a long time. I've just sort of, I was doing a lot more digital art, but I don't know, I just kind of fell out of the habit. Right now I mostly use Procreate when I'm designing my stencils or stamps for PM Artist Studio. So that's typically what I use those for now. Hello, Rosemary. Kay, do you prefer Kay? I call you Kay a lot. Do you prefer Rosemary? Do you prefer Kay? Let's do this yellow. These are like her rings. Now, I can't see her hands enough to really doodle them, but let's give her some eyeshadow. Let's do that. What color is this? 908. I just grabbed this. The numbers aren't really in an order. 606. A lot of their numbers, they're like, is it 606 or is it 909? So I don't know. I want something brighter. Let's do orange. Let's do orange. Maybe we should write 2025 on here somewhere. Let's do some orange dashes. So with the brush marker, dashes are easier than dots. We'll put them back here. I don't think the ones on the black are going to show as much, but that's okay. And what if we write 2025 on her hand? Now, you'd have to reverse it, right? So you'd have to do your letters backwards. You could write them out and then turn them upside down. I don't mind trying to write letters backwards, or numbers backwards, just for fun. So you could have your number and you could go, okay, well, I know to do it backwards, I just do it the other way. So let's do 20, and then we'll do the 5 down here. Now the 5 is going to have to be backwards as well. So that would be this way, right? And then we could write the word happy, but again, we'd have to do it backwards. Let's do it in blue across her knuckles. H is easy to do backwards. And Y is easy to do backwards. There we go. And what? Oh, let's give her some blue eyeshadow. Yeah. There. And then let's do maybe a light purple on the top. This is 614 is Heather. Hey, Joyce. Yeah, I need to do that too. I started in October, but then I didn't really follow through very well. We're almost giving her some Trixie Mattel style makeup here. If you guys are familiar with Trixie Mattel, the drag queen, she has very striking makeup. Now I do want to get to my next one soon. So you could really go to town and fill this up, and I'm kind of keeping it like the colors kind of like symmetrical, like I'm doing all these flowers the same color. You could do them all different colors, right? Oh, I have a few Trixie fans in the crowd. It's hard to, I'm trying to do this without turning because I don't want to put my hand in the wet marker. So I'm just kind of trying to. And there's something about doing it like Diane said in reverse that makes it kind of more, what's the word? More loose. Okay, and let's give her some yellow flower petals along her. Zanjan is currently radically resting to restock her tickets after the holiday. Another YouTuber I watch is called Jamie French, and she does sort of like humorous reviews and opinion things. And she just had a video about this new trend on TikTok, apparently called bed rotting, where it's about people. I couldn't even get through it because then it kind of turned. It was going into the hoarding direction, and I just couldn't really watch that. But it was about people just kind of like lying in bed to recharge, and sometimes maybe a little bit excessively. So I don't know exactly what she said about it, but it was interesting. Now I'm probably going to pick this up with a light color, so I'm worried that yellow is going to get lost. So let's go around it with the blue that we used. Hello, Green 7067. Thanks, Colleen. Let's do that. So if I put marks in here, it probably won't show very much, remember, because the other side is what is going to show when we pull our print. Remind me to grab out that coloring book page. I think I've got enough colors now. I'm just gonna keep using the colors that we have going here. Let's give her like a little cat eye there. And put some pink down in here. Let's put a heart in the middle of her forehead. Let's do this purple. Where'd our orange go? And orange. And let's, if you get another color on your marker, just kind of do that till it comes off. You guys probably didn't see that. I was just doing this. I was just going, just do this till it comes off. And let's do that silver. Now I only have 2 hours, so I should really get a move on, but I'm just going to cover this yellow with the silver just to see. We'll turn it over in a second and see how that looks. So this is just yet another way to doodle. So the dual tips are nice because you can just go, I'm just going to turn that over and get a different color. I think I might have smudged that. And I feel like we need orange out here. Oh, I have some questions in chat. Okay, thanks then, Jen. Let's see. Are there any markers that do not work well on the jelly plate? You can definitely use acrylic markers. You can actually use Sharpie, like regular Sharpie markers. You don't want to use anything pointy on your gel plate. Water-based markers won't really work. Like, I mean, like watercolor, like ink markers won't really work. They'll just bead up unless you do. I'm going to show you guys a trick that I did last stream. Okay, let's leave that for now. So that's kind of what it's going to look like. And we're going to pick that up. I just bought Dreamy Yellow at the Michael's, pastel yellow, because I like the Dreamy Yellow Arteza, but I'm getting very low on it, and it's very expensive for me to get that. But it's not ready to pick up. We have to let that sit for a bit. So I could do more doodling on there, but let's get to the next one. So I thought this one might be cool. And this was from the Martha Stewart magazine, the Martha Stewart Weddings. So let's use, I think because it's foliage, should we use green? No. Let's use purple. Yes, I'm in the zone. Okay, what other questions? What kind of markers are those? Alkalink. Oh, you can use alkalink markers too. That's a good point, Kathy Arbor. These grabby markers are acrylic markers. So these are water-based acrylic markers, but they're not the same as like a water marker, like a super tip. Like this is a super tip marker. If you, oh, that's a piece of confetti on there. If you try to use like a super tip marker, it's just going to bead up. See? So that's the super tip marker. And this is acrylic marker, like a Posca marker. Okay. Now the other difference is when you go to pick that up, the water one is going to, like the water-based super tip marker is going to reactivate and just get smudgy. Whereas the acrylic marker should stay in place. Once it dries, it's like acrylic paint, right? So it should stay in place. I'm just going to wipe those up. How do you stop water from beading up? I'm going to do that. I did that last week. I don't have that picture with me here, but we're going to do it on this one. All right, so we're going to do our image transfer first. We're going to let it set, and then we're going to put matte medium on it and let the matte medium dry. And then we're going to use watercolors on top. Okay. All right, so let's, should we use some, I think the black is such a nice contrast, but let's use purple. Let's use a dark purple just to do something different. We can do an ombre, but then that's going to be hard to pick our watercolor colors. Hi, Judy. Long time no see. Okay, so we're using our Liquitex Basics purple. And I'm just going to move these grabby acrylic markers out of the way. And we're going to roll this out. And you want it thin, that you're almost seeing through it. There's something on here. Don't know what that was. So you want to see almost through it. And then you want to put your image down. And again, images from magazines are not copyright free. If you want copyright free, you can use Collage Soup books. You can print out your own on a laser printer, laser home copy printer. This isn't working. Let's see if we can get it to work. Might have to do a different one. This one's not working. It's very, I think maybe did I have too much paint on there? And I did warm up my plates. You got to make sure you have done a pull or two. Hi, Debbie Epps. There we go. It's coming now. Usually I don't have to rub this long. Yeah. Ooh, her face is way up here. It's okay. I'm not really feeling it. Let's just get that off the plate. I don't want to use that one. Looks better on the camera than it looks like on the screen than it does in real life. So it actually wasn't bad. I could have left it. But I wasn't in love with it. And if it was just me by myself, I would have gone ahead and finished what I was planning to do, but I don't want to waste too much time when you guys are just sitting here, waiting for me to do something. Hi, Messy Diane. Hello, everybody coming in. Hi, Kathy Whitney. So let's find another image. Let's try this one. It's from the same magazine, so I'm hoping it's going to work. Let's try black instead. Let's go with the tried and true. Although green would look cool, but I don't have a green that I'm super crazy about. I have this green, but I just don't really like it. So we're going to do black. Yes, you could. So that's another thing. Chris has a good point. You could take the print that you don't like, and you could do the same doodling and enhancing with colored pencils or whatever medium's your favorite. Bye, Peggy. Happy New Year. All right, so we want that not too thick. As you can see, it's getting almost see-through on that corner there. So I think it's ready. When you put it on, I think if you try to rub the bubbles out from the center, I'm hoping you get a better result. Now, this is the same magazine that first one was from, so I don't know if it just takes a bit longer. That worked pretty good. I think we'll go with that. We're gonna let that dry, and then we're gonna add some matte medium. Let the matte medium dry, and then we're gonna add some watercolor. So I'm just gonna get up some of these blobby blobs. Those are from bubbles. So see where the bubbles were? That ink didn't contact the plate, so it wasn't able to remove the paint. Thanks, Dar. If there's any other questions I missed, please let me know. For some reason, the other issue is that when I go on, for some reason, my chat, I can't get live chat Just doing a little surgery here. I can't seem to get live chat on my up on my screen. It just goes, it defaults to top chat, and I used to have live chat. Okay, so let that dry, and then we're going to add matte medium. Okay, let's see. So this is all dry, so you can see that's ready to pull. And then while waiting for the matte medium to dry, after we put the matte medium, we can do a giveaway. Okay, so we're going to use this dreamy yellow, and I'm going to use this paper, this 32-pound Hammermill paper, which is great for final pickups. It's nice and smooth. The 32 pounds helps it not wrinkle so much because it's a little bit thicker. So sometimes when you use copy paper, so this was just regular copy paper, it did pretty good, but we didn't have a lot of wet paint on there. Let's see. This is an example of just regular copy paper with more wet paint. You can see it's like a little bit wrinkled, if you can see that. Now the other thing is when you're doing image transfer, it's important to let your paint dry, and it's important to make sure you use a clean brayer when you're putting your next layer. Otherwise you're just going to smudge everything. Yeah, magazines are expensive. I think these magazines I have are from, gosh, several years ago. I haven't really bought, I don't buy a lot of new magazines. So another announcement is in the new year, like starting now, is my new stream time. Instead of being 12:30 Eastern, it's going to be 1 o'clock. I just was finding my brain was having trouble knowing when my 2 hours was over. Like I don't like to stream more than 2 hours. I just get kind of decision fatigue, unless I'm on with someone else. Like sometimes I've been on with Kathy and Colleen, and we've streamed for like 3 or 4 hours, and it's fun. Gets a little wacky fun. All right, so I just cleaned off that brayer. I'm just going to wipe it. What day? Sorry, on Wednesdays, 3 p.m. Did I not say 3 p.m.? 3 p.m. Eastern on Wednesdays. Sorry, did I have streamer brain? Did I say the exact opposite of what I wanted to say? I'm curious to see how her teeth are going to turn out. Hi, Elizabeth. Okay. I do like this dreamy yellow as a pickup color. It's well, I call it dreamy yellow. On Arteza, it's dreamy yellow, but in Color Shift, it's called, I think it's called pastel yellow. So we're going to put that on. I'm going to smooth it. If I had a brayer, I would brayer it. Not brayer, Baron. If I had a Baron, I would Baron it. I said 1 p.m. Oh, sorry. Because it's for my time. So I start myself. I guess I said my time zone. So 3 p.m. Eastern is when I'm going to be streaming. Yeah, you got it right, Zenjen. My brain is overloaded. Okay, so we're going to let that sit. So it's going to look something like that. Now I could have used the Pan Pastels in conjunction with this to like maybe give her skin tone a different color or whatever, but we're just doing what we can do, and if we have time we can do more. All right, so this is pretty dry, so we're going to add some matte medium. So I do like the gold. This is golden matte medium in a dish bottle. It's very good matte medium. That's what Dee Dee recommends. I also find this North Shore acrylic matte medium from the Walmarts works pretty good. So I'm just going to use the cheap stuff. And again, when I'm spreading this, I want a clear coat of this. So I'm going to not use this one. Actually, I could use it, but for time's sake, I'm just going to use my my other brayer that's already dry, that I know is dry. We could save that side for another time. Mmm, yummy. So we did this my stream the week before Christmas. We did this technique for watercolor on the Gelplate, and I really enjoyed it. So I thought, what if we did it in combination with an image transfer? Maybe we get some cool results. So I'm not going to put paper down. That's just a layer of matte medium, and that's going to hold on to our watercolor or water-based mediums. So we'll come back to that. So we're going to let that sit aside here. Okay. Just trying to find a spot for it. Okay, I do think the matte medium in a dish bottle, just to make it easier to pour, because the golden matte medium, it comes in if you get a bigger tub, it comes in like a jar, and then if you put it in the dish soap bottle, you have a good dispenser for it, and it keeps it dry. So she is looking very lime. That pastel yellow was very fluorescent. So there's that. There's a little bit left over on the plate, but that's okay. So do we have to do the doodling on the gel plate? No, we don't have to. We could do it right on the image. We could do a black and white photocopy of the image and do doodling. You know, this, I think I would pump it up with some black. But I'm going to use a black, Sharpie acrylic. This is a Sharpie acrylic marker. And it comes, the Sharpie markers, acrylic markers, come in the bullet point and the brush tip. So we could come back and we could add, I could have done this before too, but we can add some contrasting elements. Boop, 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 boop. So I think doodle bombing, you really want to just really overdo the doodles. These doodles were pretty minimal because I was in a little bit of a hurry, because I want to show you guys a few options. We could add some here, just for more contrast. Whoops. Boop, 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 boop. Does anybody else make noises in their head when they're doodling or count? And then I think we need a bit more contrast there. So another marker you can use is the Posca markers. Now this one, it might be a little too pointy to use on the gel plate. So maybe this is something you want to add after. Whoa, uh-oh. We've got an emergency. We've got a blob. It's alive. Gotta scoop out that extra thing. Do I have a scooper? So one of the nice things, oh yeah, we're going to do giveaway too. One of the nice things about the grabby markers and the Sharpie markers is you don't have to do this priming business where you might get a big blob. Vale counts herself crazy. Yeah. So I'm just going to see if I can. So we got a little bit of a smooch there, but that's okay. Did I turn British sounding? Ooh. Someone said they have their Siri in a British accent. I think I'd like to do that. Or Australian accent. That would be fun. So we could have done a lot of this doodling on the gel plate. But you guys get the idea. But once I start doodling, I can't help myself. So that's not really showing. Let's let's do this teal Posca. This is a nice, so this is, I'm talking about the grabby markers. They don't have this bullet point tip, which is great for doing dots. Just feel like that needed something. Okay, so that's pretty good. Although now I want to put dots here. Sherry says she likes the Sharpie Creative markers. Yeah, they need more colors. They are very good. They're probably just putting them out there to see if people like them, and then maybe they'll start making more. Hi, Barbara Clark. Hi, Renee. She looks like your best friend. That's cool. So her teeth didn't turn out as janky as I thought they would. And we could have doodled on there a lot more. And maybe the yellow wasn't the right choice for the pickup. That's this Color Shift Pastel Yellow. Maybe more of a pink color would have been better. It almost looks lime-ish, but that's what it is. All right, now let's check on. Okay, this is not quite dry. So let's do giveaway. Because this still has 2 more steps. The next step of this is we're going to add watercolor, and then we have to wait for the watercolor to dry, and then we're going to pick it up using a piece of paper, which that's another trick that I really enjoyed finding from Jelly Arts, I think. All right, so this is what we're going to give away. Don't put a number in yet. We're going to do, this is for international, Canada, US, everywhere. And you have to enter. To enter, you need to be able to give me, you want to be able to be satisfied to give me your address so I can mail it to you. If we aren't connected on social media, I'll put my email in the chat. All right, so we got 2 Lucy cards that we're gonna do a giveaway for. So we're gonna do numbers between 1 and 100. Don't erase your numbers. No numbers after I type stop will count. Be in all chat. I can't be in all chat, so my mods are gonna have to help me. After I type go, I'm gonna use a random number generator, and the closest number without going over. Okay, wait for the go, and 1 number only, no takesies backsies, because we're doing 2, so it's the 2 closest that will win. Go, go, go. Now I have about 30 letters or envelopes going out tomorrow. So if someone that won is already getting an envelope, I might open your envelope and sneak it in there. So these are made using my chair stamps I designed for PM Artist Studio. And Lucy, that's my dog. It's a stamp I hand carved, and then I hand carved her a little outfit for Christmas. And then I put some stamps using Stampin' Up stamps here, and then some stickles to give it some bling. And then my friend Linda Gibbs has a Brother Scan and Cut, and she sells Stampin' Up material. So if you're looking for Canadian demonstrator, I'll put her link in the channel below. And then when I used the chair stamp, I did it on various pattern paper, and I cut those by hand. And then I just used pattern paper for the floor. I'm just going to grab, I don't know if I have that the one I did with acrylic markers and Pan Pastels using the coloring book to trace. Just to see if I have that here. I should have found it beforehand. Oh, here it is. So this is an example of using not an image transfer, but using Posca markers on the gel plate to trace an image. So this was from a coloring book. I did not write the name. It's a page that Dee Dee Willingham sent me, and I traced it using Posca markers on the gel plate, and then I used Pan Pastels on the gel plate and some stamps and just some white paint to pull that. So that's another way you can use your jelly plate. Oh, this was the ghost print from that. So that was the first print, and then that was the ghost print, and then I added some color pencils because the Pan Pastel stays on the plate a little bit longer. Now, we didn't use any Pan Pastels today, but I frequently use Pan Pastels. It's one of my favorite things to use on the gel plate. Now, 2025, I might do some additional things, non-jelly plating activities. My words for this 2025 are fun and fearless. So that might include doing other media and, other media and techniques that I don't normally do on stream. Okay, let's go random.org. Random number generator. Okay, let's do 2 split window. Okay, so I'm going to type stop. So no numbers after the stop will count. Thanks everybody for coming. I've been having lots of fun watching the Streamathon. The link to Raoul's community tabs in my description if you want to watch any of the replays that you missed. The winner is 23. Okay, I see Adria has 20. Help me, mods, if I don't have all the numbers. So I think Adria might be one of the winners. If my mods can confirm that. And Adria, are we friends on Facebook? This is everybody, Renee. Sorry, I said that earlier. US, International, Canada. So our number is 23. Vale has 27. Is that the next one? I think is it Adria and Vale? So we're doing 2. So Adria, since you're closest, do you want the green Lucy or the red Lucy? Okay. Well, I'll just go ahead. I'll put in my email, and you can email me your address, Vale, or Adria. Vale, I believe I follow you on Instagram. Excuse me. Let's see, is that right? Oh, Marguerite. Oh, 27's over, right. That's right, my bad. Marguerite. Marguerite, I believe I have your address too, but if you guys want to just email me. Sorry, Vale, you're over. Yes, you're right. My brain's tired. So Marguerite and Adria. Oh, did Adria pick which color? Green. Okay, I guessed right. All right, so those are going to go out tomorrow. Vale, good thing you're with it, because I just totally missed the boat on that one. All right, so let's do some watercolor. Oops, get back to full screen here. Hi, Dawn. Dawn is for Grace Creations. Okay, I just need a palette. This one's clean. So we're going to use these Gelprinting Graphite colors, and they're very muted. So there's sort of a red, yellow. It's not really yellow, it's more like a green. Green, blue, violet, and brown. So let's throw some blue and red up in the sky. And I've got this big brush here. So the matte medium helps to hold the color. All right, so let's get some blue on here. It's a very grayish blue. So we're just going to kind of do, so it beats up a little bit. Now the trick is we're going to pick this up with gloss gel medium, but not on the plate. We're going to use a piece of paper. I should put something lighter under there so you guys can see that. The official name of this paintbrush is, it's a Montmart 24. Bye, Rosemary. Thanks for coming. Happy New Year. And we're going to do a little red. It's more like a burgundy. They're beautiful colors. This is going to be very ethereal. So just before Christmas, I did a stream using this technique, and I really liked it. It was really fun. I'm not going to paint her skin. I'm going to leave her, I think, just a natural kind of color. Let's put a little bit more of that blue in there. Now the trick is you have to let the watercolor dry, and then you have to use gloss gel medium on your paper, not on the gel plate, because that'll just smudge all the colors. And I learned this from a Jelly Arts video that I did link on my last live stream. Okay, so let's put some green on those rocks because those were pretty cool. So we're just kind of. So I thought it'd be neat to combine the that watercolor technique we did with the image transfer. I just thought that might be kind of neat. I'm going to put just a little bit more here. Okay. Yeah, this is the biggest biggest brush I have. All right. Oh, I don't think I used the green. Oh, I used the yellow, the graphite yellow in the rocks. We can put a little bit of that green too. Or should we put the green on her dress? Let's do the green on her dress. The actual, it's more like a teal green, if you guys can see that. Just going to keep it kind of loose, like her dress is sort of flowing. And what if we put in some of that oh, there's a graphite violet. Should we add that? Let's use the graphite violet too. Let's use all the colors. And then we have to let this dry before we do our pickup, but I'll show you. We'll choose some paper. That might be a little too dark, but we'll just kind of just do a little bit of this violet. Now my plate is yellow because I use alcohol inks on the plate quite a bit. So you just have to ignore, that yellow. I'm just going to leave like a little bit of an edge. Like I'm not going to go all the way to where the paint is, just so we have kind of like almost like a built-in highlight. Let's do a little bit more of this green here. And I'm not going to overwork it. We're going to let it be kind of like loosey-goosey. Okay. So that's those colors. They're very yummy. If you missed the beginning, I showed my Christmas gift haul, and this is the graphite colors on the white. So that's the red, the yellow, the green, the blue, the violet, and the brown. Ooh, maybe we pick this up with gold. No, we can't pick it up with gold. We got to pick up with clear. We're using gloss medium on a white piece of paper. We could do it on a gold piece of paper, but we don't have time for that. Nobody got time for that. Okay, so we're gonna let that dry. There's still some pretty wet spots. We did our doodle. What else? Should we try the bear? Do we have time? What time is it? Yeah, we got time. So I'm gonna put that aside to dry. So I'll just show you up close. And just ignore the yellowness of my plate, because that is from that's from the alkyl inks I use on the plate, and that doesn't affect the functionality of the plate being yellow. It's just harder to see the true colors. All right, so let's try. I think we've got time for one more transfer. Just gonna try to get, oh, that's okay. So the other thing, when you use Pan Pastels or alcohol markers, sometimes the residual doesn't come off very easily. Hi, April, Mama Juju. So you can use baby oil or mineral oil on your gel plate. I always forget to show this. And you can use that to clean up any residual stuff. Now, I try to save this plate because it's more whitish. I try to clear. I try to save it for things that don't involve alcohol inks. So that's why this one is nice and white. Where's the piece of paper we had? Just to put this underneath. Debbie bought the liquid graphite that Janet showed but hasn't used it yet. She's going to use it for an abstract landscape for her gallery showcase later this year in March. Cool. What city is your the gallery in that is showcasing your artwork? Okay, now we're going to try this bear from my other Christmas gift, the Collage Soup Woodland Wonders. I thought we could try to do an image transfer of this bear. Now, as I mentioned before, I find with the Collage Soup books that the best thing to pill them with is the golden fluid, but it dries really fast. Now I just used baby oil on there, so I'm going to do just a quick pull just to clean off, get rid of some of that baby oil, because I think if I do the image transfer right away, it's going to make the baby oil is going to make it not work so well. So I'm just doing just a light just a quick and easy pull just to freshen up the plate. Bye, Star. Good to see you. And there's a little bit of green. I'm not going to worry about that too much. All right, so let us wipe this. My favorite paints to use on the gel plate. I don't have a lot of different brands. I use the Liquitex Basics probably the most, but I find the Artist Loft work pretty much the same, and the Amsterdam paints, I'll get a thing out in a second, work pretty good. The Goldens are more of an artist grade paint, and the liquid, the fluid ones dry really fast, but they are very nice. I'm just grabbing one of each just to show you. So these are the ones I probably use the most: the Liquitex Basics, Artist Loft, and Amsterdam, because they're economical and they work fine. The golden paints work. They're thinner, the ones I get. I also have these Liquitex fluids, which I like, and they're a bit more economical than the Goldens. And then I do like a lot of the color shift paints, metallic paints. This is one of my favorite paint colors to use, is this golden iridescent fine bronze. And then the PBOs I like a lot too, especially the iridescent ones and the metallic ones. But I'll use like, you know, these Montmartre ones. They work well too. Or you can use craft paints. So whatever you have, use what you have. And you can probably use it for something, right? Oh, thanks, Judy. What book is that bear from? It's from this Collage Soup, Woodland Wonders. Debbie is in Texas, about 1 hour south of Dallas-Fort Worth area. Cool. So you got to shake these. And again, you want a thin coat. I haven't done the Collage Soup ones in a while. Uh-oh, I have a hair on there. But you don't have to put them down very long. I think that's probably the biggest mistake people make when they're trying to do transfers, is they rub and rub and rub, and then it lifts up all the paint. The point is you have to leave some of the paint behind. Now, having said that, Murphy's Law states that this one will not work. Okay, so we're going to put that on. Rub, rub, rub. Cross your fingers, cross your toes. There she blows. I like that. Cross your fingers, cross your toes. There she blows. And then I find the quality of the paper on the Collage Soup is such that, in theory, you can do this with magazines too, but I find the quality of the paper is not very good. You can actually wipe back the paint while it's still, while it's still wet. Especially if you use like a purple, you can get your image back. You can use that image, or sometimes you can even get another transfer with it. So I'm just gonna wipe that. And I don't know that you have to actually wipe it back to use it again for a transfer. it's just kind of my habit. Hi, Lori. But you have to let that dry. You wouldn't be able to do transfer again with it wet. Okay, speaking of wet, this is still a bit wet. So I might just kind of, just for time's sake, I might just pick up a little bit of that wetness. And then use a dryer. I'll just use my swatch. I'm going to just kind of fan my swatch sheet. I'm not going to do it in front of the camera because then it goes all crazy. All right, I think my chat stopped there. Oh, it did stop. The bears are cute. You can, if they're high contrast, Lori, and I find it doesn't work as well with the Liquitex paints, which are the ones I like using for magazine transfers, but it works quite well with the golden fluid. The golden fluid paints, you do have to work fast though. Okay, so do you guys want me, while we're waiting for this to dry a little bit more, do you guys want me to doodle on this with the grabby markers, or do you want me to use Pan Pastels? What do you guys want to do? Hi, Apple. You've been weaving. Cool. And while we're doing that, I'm going to get out my gloss gel medium. So today I've tried to do a variety of things for people that don't normally see me. Lindy says Pan Pastels, Pan Pastels. Okay, let's do Pan Pastels. So I've got some out here. What color do you guys want their dresses? Maybe we can do is, we'll do Pan Pastels, but let's draw in some trees using the grabby markers. Like that sage green would be cool. I'm here for the sage green. There we go. So we'll use the sage green 681 to just draw in some loose trees. Blue for the dresses, blue and green. So we're just going to draw in, I guess I could use some brown too, right? Just going to kind of doodle in some funky little trees here. Let's use brown. Using these grabby acrylic dual-toned, dual-ended markers. And we're just going to kind of just do some loose, sketchy tree things. Dee Dee did some awesome tree letters today. Check out her stream. It was amazing. And let's use 6. Looking for a dark green. Here, we'll just use the Sharpie acrylic markers to make some kind of like leafy marks. Impressionistic. And then we'll do the bare Pan Pastels are more pigmented than makeup. Yes, they are, but you can use makeup. Okay, so we said blue. Let's do one of their dresses blue. Although I do want to do do. Let's just add the little ruffles back here. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop. Okay, we're going to let that dry. While we're waiting for those to dry, let's use a little bit of green on the forest floor. So this is an example where you would use, after we pull it, there's going to be lots of Pan Pastels left. So you would use baby oil to wipe it off. And let's use this lime green. I feel like I'm having to rush, so I feel like singing that circus music. We're just waiting for that watercolor one to dry, and then we're gonna do that too. Okay, I think those are dry, so let's put some blue up in that sky. So this is a turquoise kind of blue. some darker blue down here. And again, I like how Diane Bell called it reverse building, where you just kind of, you don't know exactly what it's going to look like because whatever you put down first is what's going to show more, right? And I feel like this would be a cool one to pick up with gold. I think we need over here just a bit more. Okay. And then I think the bears are ready for their dresses. So let's do this blue. I've got a little bit of some other colors in there too, but that's okay. So we got the blue. I feel like we should do a little bow there in a different color. And I don't know if we want to do green for the dress because of the background that I just did. So let's do like a pink. Let's do like this light pink. I'm just rubbing my Pan Pastel off here. And let's just do, because there's a bit of blue left on there, it's going to be, and I'm trying to go fast because, well, we have half an hour left. We're okay. And Raul initially was going to do a goodbye message, but he's decided to, instead of doing his thank you for coming to the Streamathon message today, he decided that he's going to do it on January 6th as a premiere. So he invites you guys all to come to that. Put a little bit of pink here. A little bit more blue. And I think it's okay to leave a bit showing because it makes it more interesting when you pull it, right? I'm thinking we're going to pull that with gold. That will be kind of cool. But I want to give the bears a little bit of a brown face. But not too much because I think we want the gold to show through. And do not drop your Pan Pastels because you do not want the pans to crack. Sorry, I'm not looking at chat a lot right now. But if someone wants to just give me a hand up or something like that. And let's put a little bit of a darker brown. And just a little bit of that light brown again. But we'll leave spaces for that gold. I think that'll be cool. Put a little bit of furriness. Oopsie, she's going to have chunky arms. Let's put a little bit of brown in there to fill it out a little bit. That's like too much brown, but once you put down the Pan Pastels, they are there. Okay, that's pretty good. Now, as you notice, I don't have to wait for things to dry with the Pan Pastels. I did have to wait for the image to dry because you don't want to get your Pan Pastel tool all full of paint. And I'm sorry there's that glare there, but I do find that I do like this ring light a lot. So we're going to just ignore the glare. Rich green iridescent. Well, thank you so much, Gina. That is so sweet. Raul said that, thank you for the super chat, Gina. And I'm going to write you down. And thank you, Charmaine, and thank you, Raul, for your super chats. It's very, very sweet. Okay, and sorry, write that down. And then, so we're going to use gold, pick this up, and we'll use our hammer mill 32 pound. We're going to have some gold showing through the sky up there and through the bears a bit. I think it's going to look cool. And this is already dry, so we can go ahead and use this. right. I'm not the best at putting my paper down square because I'm usually sitting down. If you want to line up your paper square, it's probably best to stand up or get one of those positioning tools. I saw someone made a mat so that, because you know how your jelly plate gets kind of like wonky over time. I saw someone cut out a square so that when they put their paper in, it'll always be a nice square outline. So Rose said that January 6th is also Three Wise Men celebration in Spain. It will be a special premiere. It will be scheduled between Dee Dee and Janet's regular stream. So that's on a Monday. I might not be there. I think I have to take my mom to an appointment that day. Rules. So we're going to let that set. This one is pretty much dry. So I'm going to show you how we're going to pick that up. So we're going to use... I think I'm going to use like a thicker, like a cardstock. Do I have a cardstock? I don't have a cardstock that's in good shape. I might have to buy more white cardstock. I don't seem to have any here. Oh, wait. This is... Okay, that's a cardstock. Okay, so what we're going to do to pick this up is we're not going to put paint here. We're going to take the gloss gel medium, apply it to this, and then we're going to smack it on there. Okay, so remind me to show you guys how I take the Pan Pastel off the plate. Although I might want to leave it there to do a second print. Okay, and then you use this spreader. Okay, so, oops, that side's dirty. Okay, so we're going to use that on the paper to pick this up. Now, we're going to, and you pick it up while the gloss, this is gloss gel medium, while it's wet. And you want a thin coat. So I'm just spreading it. And it's hard for you to see, but I can see, and I think the reason that Jelly Arts use the gloss gel medium is it does stay wet for a while. And it does look like I have a little bit of excess color on there, but we're just going to go for it. You can do it two ways. You can put this on there, but I'm just going to put this on top this way. And I'm going to push it down. Gotta get all the bubbles out. So on my last stream, the week before Christmas, I did this technique for the first time. And when I was preparing for this stream and using grabbies on the gel plate, I thought maybe we could try the image transfer with this watercolor technique too. So it's going to be something like that, but it will not be as yellow because my plate is yellow. So we're going to let that dry, and then we're going to pull the bare one while we're waiting for that to dry. Okay. Now, if your paper feels cool, it usually means it's still wet. But we're gonna, it's a little cool, but we're gonna go for it. So there is our bears, and there's all the leftover Pan Pastel. So because it picks up all the paint, but not necessarily the pastel. I don't think there's enough there to really do a ghost print with, so we'll go ahead and wipe that up. But I'll show you this first. So here's a little bear. Our bear's in the woods. Our image transfer with Pan Pastel and a bit of detail with some acrylic markers. And then if we wanted, we could doodle on top, right? There's always room for some doodles. Yeah. And then what's the other one we did? So we did this one. This was a throwaway one that we just picked up. Now, for Pan Pastels, the other thing I forgot to mention is that because we're picking up with acrylic paint, it's pretty much sealed. Like this is on there. The paint is holding the Pan Pastel on. If I were to use Pan Pastel on this, for example, then I would have to use a spray fixative. To seal it in. So that, sorry, this is kind of smudgy. So this is not fixed. See how all that comes off on my hand, right? You'd have to do a spray sealer on that. Like when Dee Dee does her coloring books with Pan Pastel, she leaves, she sprays them outside, she comes back and she puts her color pencils on top. But see, so that was off of there. See, it's on there. I always forget to mention that. I hope I'm hitting all the points here. Okay, so with those two, we're waiting for this one to, we got to let that gloss gel medium soak up that paint. So I'm just going to give it a bit. So it's definitely, hi, Jolu. Can I go back and do it again? Yeah, the link, I think all the links will be, now I feel like there's a few bubbles here. If you go to the schedule that I've got posted, that Raul has on his community tab, some of the links might not work. I'm worried we're gonna have a big bubble right where her face is. So this is risky. It's not guaranteed. There's no guarantees. All right, so I was gonna show you how we clean up the Pan Pastel. So just like we did with the leftover acrylic paint, you can use your baby oil. Hey Sherry, you okay? You're adding plus signs there. Did you fall asleep? Did you fall asleep on your keyboard? Is my soothing voice making you fall asleep? Thanks, Dar. Dar posted Rural's community tab as well. It's also in the description. And I also have to remember to post those links I talked about. So I'm going to post the links to all the Christmas gifts that I received that I showed at the beginning. Okay, so I rub that on there with my hand and then take a baby wipe. And then you just rub. You have to rub pretty hard to get it off. See how it cleans it? You get that and you just fold it under. Here, let me just move this. I don't want to get baby oil on there. We haven't really sung any songs today. Usually I sing a few songs. I only did the circus theme. And then if it doesn't all come off, you just put more baby oil on. If I missed saying hello to you in chat, I sincerely apologize. If I missed questions, I apologize. I guess I had a lot I wanted to get through today. But you guys, I really appreciate you coming to my New Year's Eve Streamathon. This is my regular streaming time now. Wednesdays at 3 p.m. Eastern. Did I do it right that time, Dar? So I don't mind using Pan Pastels on this clearer jelly plate because I know I can get them off, but I'm trying not to use alcohol inks because they do not come off like this. They come off, but they stain your plate yellow. Regardless of whatever color you use. You could use blue alcohol ink, it's going to stain your plate yellow. But your plate still works fine. Still works fine. Okay, so that's pretty good. There's still a little bit there, but we're not going to worry about it too much. Yes, Christine, thank you. Yeah, my words for the year are fun and fearless. That's what I'm hoping to be doing this year, 2025. To be fun and fearless in my art. So I might try some different things besides gel printing. Yeah, there's a suspicious bubble right here. Hi, Lady J. All right. So I definitely missed some spots. Might not be fully dry. Let's see if we got most of it. So I need to rip the paper there. Because it's not dry, I think that's why I ripped the paper. Let's see if her face worked. I'm nervous. Uh-oh, her face. Her face. Oh, we got a little bit of her face. You know what we could do is, I'm thinking, let's be crazy. Let's put some more gloss gel medium here and then flip it back on. I'm going to leave the edge on, leave it registered as we call it. So I'm not going to quite pull it all the way off. Let's get a little bit more. Never give up, never surrender. That's why I love mixed media. It's a little bit wet. I think that could be why it didn't all stick. I wonder. I could put it here because this is actually matte medium, but let's just try this. We might make more of a mess. Oh, I'm making lines. Oh well, that's more texture. Okay, and let's pull this side. And let's be daring and let's just put some on here. Just put it directly on the gel plate and see the difference. Okay. A dog face in the picture. Cool. All right, so round 2. We have to let that dry though. I don't know if it's going to dry in 8 minutes. The face came off. Face off. All right. So I'm going to wait as long as I can before pulling that again. And it's got a neat cracked texture now because I use this right on the paper and it kind of cracked some of it. So we'll see. I can see there where it didn't contact the paint enough. So I'm just going to push it down. And we're making some cracks. Oh, we're making a new technique. Cracked landscapes. Okay. So anything people want to discuss in chat? I'm just going to start reading. So Sherry, for instead of Pan Pastels, you can get makeup from the drugstore or the dollar store. And I do have a video about comparing Pan Pastels versus makeup eyeshadow on the gel plate, and these work very well. They're not quite as pigmented, but they do good in a pinch. Let's see, oil pastels on the plate. I haven't tried that, Charmaine. I've done oil resist, where I use an oil pastel on a piece of paper, and then it resists picking up the paint, similar to how the toner resists. So I put paint on the gel plate, and then my paper that has the oil pastel on it, I put it on the gel plate, lift it up, and then you have the whatever you drew in the oil pastel left. Not the oil pastel itself, that stays on the paper, but the resist of it, where the paint doesn't pick up. Becky, I do not currently have a job. I am retired. So I did work part-time for 25 years or so, but now I hang out in my room. I try to do keep the house a bit tidier than when I worked, but it's the struggle is real in terms of keeping things tidy, right? Diane says she's done lots of images using makeup and they have worked well. Oh, my hands are all full of that gloss gel medium. Let me just do some more wiping. What are the options to spray over? A fixative, a spray fixative, like Krylon makes a spray fixative. If you want to work on top of it more, like with pencil crayons, Dee Dee uses a Grumbacher matte workable fixative, but you can also use, I think she also uses the final fixative, the matte Grumbacher final fixative too, and that works good. What form of art have you not done that you wish you could try? Oh, that's a good question, Leah. I did a bit of pottery about 20 years ago when I was first married. It was good. What? I wish I would do like fiber art, like stitching and slow stitching, but I want to, and I love watching it. I just don't have the patience for sewing. Ask my husband, like when he breaks a button, it doesn't get sewed on very quickly. Hey, CB. You love the two bears? Thanks. Never ending maintenance. That's right. Hey, Christy Rhodes. Happy New Year. Diane says she uses cheap old hairspray. I haven't tried hairspray. I heard that hairspray yellows a bit though. The other one I've heard people use is that spectral spray. It's like from, sorry, push my microphone. It's made of casein protein, like milk protein. But I heard the sprayer is not very even. So some people put it in one of those mister bottles and use it that way. Apple would like to figure out how to do vegan and caustic. Interesting. Yeah, I don't have the urge to do oil painting or encaustics just for the smell aspect. I find I'm pretty sensitive to fumes. Like I can do the alcohol inks and it's okay, but I was doing the Wanderlust, and one of the things they used linseed oil, and that just about killed me. I just hated using that. So Diane says she's messy. Diane is guilted into sewing buttons. Thanks. I'm hoping that we have time to pull this. I don't know. Maybe I'll just use a heat gun on the back of this, just a little bit. See if I can pull it before time's up. And remember to, if you didn't get a chance to see all the streamers, feel free to go and watch their replays. I'm gonna try. I missed a lot, so I'm gonna try to do go back and watch some of the replays. You can speed up videos to watch them. Like you can watch it 2 times speed and stuff like that. Yeah, I think the bears, which is the fastest one that we did, I think that one's my favorite. Yeah, Lady J, I bet that's your favorite. Lady True North Jan, she calls her husband Mr. Bear. Yes, I definitely check out Dee Dee Willingham. It'll be a rabbit trail. So let's see. We did get a little bit more. We missed that. That's still very wet. That's still really wet. I put too much there. Where's my, don't know. Let's try this side. If her face is still okay, I might just pull it off, even though not everything came off. Let's see, did we wreck her face when we went back? Uh-oh. Oh, no, her face is still there. We'll just go ahead and pull it off. It is what it is. So it looked like when I put the gloss gel medium on the plate, it worked a bit better at picking up that stuff. I'm just getting off some of that excess matte gel or gloss gel medium. Okay, gloss gel medium. So this one was done with the image transfer first. Then we applied matte medium, a thin layer on the gel plate. We let it dry. And then we used our water soluble mediums, blah, 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 to colorize it. We let that dry. And then we put the gloss gel medium on the paper, put the paper on the gel plate, let it dry, and then pulled. I don't think I had enough. I didn't leave it sit long enough, but you know, it's adequate. So I'll just give you guys a close up of that one. So that's the graphite water soluble Kuretake Graphite Tambi stuff. So it turns out, you know, it's cool. Like her face is there. Her arm disappeared. Her boobs are still there. Her dress is there. Some of the rocks are there. Some aren't. But the watercolor definitely picked up. It was the paint below that I didn't leave, that didn't pick up because I didn't leave it dry long enough. But the sky, for the most part, worked pretty good. So that's what we did today. We'll just call this Streamathon Fun with Image Transfers on the gel plate. I think that's it. So that's my time. Happy New Year's, everybody. Happy 2025. I look forward to a fun year of arting and crafting with you guys. You guys inspire me so much. I hope to inspire you as well. Check out each other's channel. Check out the Streamathon schedule. Watch the replays if you missed it. I'm going to be streaming every Wednesday at 3 p.m. Eastern. In the hopefully for the rest of the year, all goes well. And this is the end of the New Year Streamathon. So thanks to Raul. Thank you, Raul. Everybody check out his premiere that he's going to have on January 6th between Dee Dee's stream and Janet's stream. So yeah, so thanks so much for coming, and Happy New Year, and have fun arting. Oh, I forgot to say thanks to my mods. Thanks, mods. And thanks for the super chats from my lovely chat people today. Okay, bye-bye.